Hey sunshine! Today I'll be sharing the second half of my attempt at the Inktober drawing challenge. If you haven't seen the first half yet, I'll link it in the card right now as well as in the description box, so you can pause and check it out. I'll wait. Done? Great! So today I'll be showing you what I drew for the prompts from days 16 to 31. The prompt for the 16th was wild, and the first thing that popped into my head was my favorite Muppet, Animal. So I found a reference pic I liked and sketched it out. At this point in the challenge, I was also getting a bit more comfortable with drawing again, so I did decide to pick up my pens and use some actual ink for Inktober. The prompt for the 17th was Ornament. And at first I thought of a tree ornament, but then I thought, what about jewelry that ornaments the face? So I drew my favorite pieces of jewelry, which are my nose ring and septum clicker. Next up was Misfit for the 18th. I couldn't think of anything besides the Misfit's band logo, so I doodled the eyes and nose sort of inspired by that style. On the 19th, we had the word sling, so I wanted to draw an arm in a sling, but at some point while drawing it, I decided it would be a zombie arm. I'm not at all sure why anyone would bother patching up a zombie, but maybe we're in the iZombie universe where they can actually heal. After that, we had tread on the 20th. It made me think of tread on the bottom of shoes, so I drew a low angle of shoes walking away so you could see the bottom of one. I don't think I got the perspective quite right on this one, but I liked the idea. The prompt on the 21st was treasure, which at first just made me think of pirate's treasure, but then I started to think about what I treasure. I thought about how I treasure my bat tattoo because bats are, of course, my favorite animal, so that led me to drawing a cute cartoon bat. I want to take a second here to thank my patrons and give a special shout out to my newest patron, Karen. Welcome to the team! I'm incredibly grateful for your support, and I hope you love the bonus content and printables. If you want to see your name in the credits of every video, come join the team over on Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Next up was Ghost, and so of course, I drew a ghost. But I decided to give the ghost a little pumpkin candy bucket because I imagined that this ghost wanted to pretend it was just wearing a costume and go trick-or-treating along with the other kids. The 23rd's prompt was ancient, which for some reason made me think of the shiny crab from Moana. I can't remember if his character was meant to be ancient or not, but I just imagined he spent a very long time collecting all his shiny objects. I decided for this one as well that I'd use my gold jelly roll to bring some actual shine to the shiny collection on his back. The prompt on the 24th was dizzy, which just made me think of an umbrella with a spiral design that could be spun to make someone dizzy. It's very simple, but I think it works. On the 25th, the prompt word was tasty, and all I was craving that day was pizza, so of course I drew a nice slice of pizza. I'm very happy that Pizza finally has vegetarian pepperoni. And yes, I totally did order pizza for dinner that night. The prompt was dark on the 26th. So I just scribbled a big black smudge. Done! Just kidding. I took my gold jelly roll pen and drew a light bulb over the black background to create a cool reversed out image. Next up was the word coat, which made me think of a coat of paint, so I decided to draw a paintbrush dripping with some wet paint. After that, we had the word ride for the 28th. I tried to think of what would be the sweetest ride, like some fancy sports car or something, but then I realized my ideal ride would definitely be a dragon. The 29th's prompt word was injured. So I thought it would be interesting to draw less of a physical injury like a scrape or bruise, but something less visible like a heartbreak. On the 30th, the word was catch, so I endeavored to draw someone who had caught a cold and was blowing their nose, but I don't like at all how it turned out. I think this is the drawing I like the least of any of them. I just couldn't get it to look right, and I left it as it is. Lastly, on the 31st, we had the word ripe. So I considered what was actually ripe at this time of year, and it got me thinking about, well, pumpkins, of course. So I decided to go for a classic jack-o'-lantern. I think it was the perfect way to round out this Inktober drawing challenge. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications every time I post a new video. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time.